What's up? What's up? Hold up. Y'all probably can't see me, man. I gotta get me a little workout in, G. Told y'all I got my teeth pulled. Had to get them goals took out my mouth, man. We finna get some, some implants. Get us right, I wanted to talk about some shit, man. I ain't ate nothing in I've been eating straight liquid. You know what I'm saying? My mouth fucked up. I need to get a little workout. Talk a little shit. Trying to see if that's a good view. That's a good view for the bag? Yeah, I think so. I'm gonna post it up right there. Get a little. I can't go too hard. My motherfucking mouth will be hurting like shit. And I don't like taking pain pills. I never was the type of nigga to take pain pills too long. I took it the first few days. But after that, I had to chill out, But I'm not talking about boxing right now. I want to listen to this little white lady right here because these are the type of women that know how to treat a man. You know what I'm saying? You got to train your children, right? Hold up.
Live as a traditional wife, as a traditional woman. The purpose is to live a slower life and to live a home and family-centered life. So if those things interest you, stay tuned. We're going to talk about some of my tips, and I do want to put a little bit of a disclaimer. This isn't going to apply to everybody. These are just things that have worked in my life or those who I've met along the way who do engage in a similar lifestyle. So first things first, we have to talk about finding a husband. I really owe you a video on dating, on kind of dissecting the masculine man. I have a couple older videos on that topic, so I'm going to link those down below. But I do shy away from talking about dating because it is culturally relative to wherever you live. And I mentioned here and there that I want to encourage you to date ruthlessly. Now, this doesn't mean that you have to have a harsh energy that you bring with you in the dating pool. What this means is that you...
Hey, you heard what she said though, right? She wants y'all to date ruthlessly. I like what she say because a lot of people gonna take that as fucking and having sex and shit like that, right? Nah. You establish what you like in a man and you establish what you like in a woman before you even have sex, right? That's what you're supposed to teach your children because everybody going by aesthetics. And if you looking at your girl and she pretty and all that shit, that's cool. But how she raised, man. And same with a dude. You know what I'm saying? Nigga might have his shit together, in shape, got money, but that nigga might be the devil. But you don't teach your children how to, you know what I'm saying? Distinguish the two. That's the problem. So you get into a relationship, the pussy good, the head good, she got you. You understand what I'm saying? Then here come the bullshit. So how do you defend that? How do you stop from getting into a relationship where ain't no understanding? You understand what I'm saying? So you got to establish that from the jump. Cause look here, if you don't tell your gal to shut the fuck up and she keep talking, you ain't got no understanding with her. A nigga ain't supposed to never have a woman that can't give him peace. And that's a fact. I don't know what type of girls you like, but I hate a loudmouth nigga and I hate a loudmouth bitch, especially a loudmouth bitch, cause she knows she can't beat you. And she still talking that shit. But I got to put up with your mouth. I ain't got to put up with a nigga mouth, and it's not fair. I feel like that's being a bully. So we got a lot of people and I'm talking about our culture. You got a lot of people in our culture like Clarissa Shields. She aggressive, but she got a man. You see what I'm saying? She understand that it ain't about being alone. You understand what I'm saying? You got to have somebody to hold your back and fit the opposite side. Now, I hear a lot of girls be talking about, I ain't finna be no housewife and be cooking and cleaning. Damn, baby, you ain't finna cook and clean, but what if you by yourself? So that mean your house nasty. Cause bitch, you don't like cooking and cleaning. So when I go to work all day and I come back and this bitch nasty, what I'm supposed to do? I can't complain. Cause then you looked at, you know what I'm saying, as a bad guy. You had the children all day. So you feel like you are obligated to be under the same stress level as me. Oh man, listen. When you have a properly raised child, it's not hard. It's not hard at all. Yeah, when you have a properly raised child, it's not hard. It's not hard at all to stay at home and get them children right. Because I guarantee you, if you came up in my household and my mama said shut the fuck up and sit the fuck down, you was finna shut the fuck up and you was finna sit the fuck down. And she can go by doing her business and doing whatever the fuck she wanted to do in peace. So I don't want to hear that shit talking about I've been at home with the children all day. Yeah, man, I've been at work all day lifting heavy objects that could break my fucking back. Dealing with motherfucking slime balls, you know what I'm saying, that's trying to get me fired. And when I come home, I'm hungrier than a motherfucker. It's a microwave and a stove in there. And ain't nothing in each one of them motherfuckers. And the house dirty. You understand me? I'm dirty. I need to get myself clean. The children running around. Man, what kind of nigga want to live in that situation if he ain't got to? So you got a lot of women that expect niggas to come into that type of situation and be cool with that shit. You hear me? No. Don't teach your children to be like that. Ladies, you got to teach your daughters how to be wives. Not no motherfucking bitches that's going to get a nigga for his money. Yeah, you supposed to do that naturally by God. A man's supposed to take care of his woman. But what the fuck you got to offer me? Listen, if you got everything going for yourself, you ain't got nothing for me but some pussy. Man, you got a job. You got motherfucking no time for me. You already got children. You don't want too many more children. So you catch you a little young nigga, man, he want 5, 6 children. What you gonna do? What you gonna lie to him and tell him, okay, baby, we can have some children? And then he don't know your pussy, you got your tubes tied? Or it's too old for it to work? He want children. So when you can't give it to him, you get mad when he go and try to look for it somewhere else and have an outside baby. You understand what I'm saying? And a lot of women don't understand that, man. They don't want to understand it. That's the business. And you can't make nobody change their mind when they set in their ways. That's why it go back to training. You train your children, man, at a very young age. You got these girls over there in the Philippines, they get trained to be wives. Nothing else, man. They love it because they ain't got to do shit. They get these big money motherfuckers come over to these countries. Now, you got some perverted, sick motherfuckers that do that shit, but what about the niggas like me and niggas like you? They're sick of that loudmouth shit. You got a wig on. I don't know if that's your real hair. You understand me? And then you got the makeup on. I don't know if you got craters in your face. But here I am, natural, in the flesh, in the blood, giving you my money and my time when I'm the prize. I'm the prize. But it's the other way around. Because there's more women in the world than there is men. Especially in Georgia. It's 20-1. So how the fuck is you the prize when there's more y'all than it is me? If everybody pairs up right now and get a couple up, there's going to be some lonely bitches out there. So what they supposed to do? Just be lonely? Oh, that's not fair. That's not fair at all, is it? Gotta share. Ain't nobody trying to share in 2024, is they? So when you find somebody that really want to commit with you, you got to put up with the bullshit, man. You can't just have it your way. You got to be able to compromise. And listen, about that loudmouth statement, man, I'm with a woman that can speak her mind. Just, you can speak your mind, but it's tones. Because you get mad at me when I raise my voice, so I don't raise it. And if you got a woman that always raise her voice, especially in front of other people, that's not the woman you need in your life, because men need peace more than love. I say men need peace more than love. You hear me? Yeah, man, I was a boy, but I'm a man now. My bitch in check. See, if you had a girl, man, you'll understand that you wouldn't call me a boy. You'll understand what I'm saying is true, Anthony. I hate that you got my middle name, brother. Because I'm just trying to give out game to the young black youth. And here you go interfering. You see what I'm saying? You calling another grown man a boy. That's what it is. But I ain't even thinking about you. Because even if you feel like I'm a boy, that's what you say, man. I can't stop you from saying that, man. A man do what he want to say. And I'm trying to give game to the youth. Nah, don't play with me, homie. Play with your bitch. That's what the bitches are for. I'm trying to give you game on how to handle your bitch, man. Yeah, homie. Let me do my thing. Let me do my thing like James Brown say. You know? I'm giving out game. You interrupting the session. You know? That's like my bitch, man. She was raised up to be real aggressive. And you know, I can't handle that. But what I say earlier, when you grown, you can do what you want to do. So what I have to do is compromise. Okay, I know she might not be the girl that's going to be with me all the way to the end, my friend. But whatever she got that I can get from her, I'm going to get it now. Since I see that you only for fucking, I'm going to use you for whatever the fuck I got. Whatever I need from her, that's what I'm going to use her for. She know how to cook, boom. I'm going to go over her house, get me some food. You going to give me some pussy? You know what I'm saying? Boom, I'm going to fuck her. But I'm going to always be on the lookout for another one. Because she ain't fitting my criteria. She too aggressive for me, and I let her know. You know, I let her know. So when you let your girl know from the beginning, hey, I don't play that. I don't like women being aggressive, talking over me, and all that shit, man. Listen, this what I teach my daughter. A man gonna give you anything in the world if you be nice to him. Anything, man. I'm talking about, listen, you got the old school niggas, you want a traditional man, this is what you gotta do. You gotta be able to cook, you gotta be able to clean, you gotta be able to fuck when you want to fuck, you definitely got to be able to shut the fuck up, you understand, and not talk loud to me. You understand what I'm saying? If you do them things for me, you can get my whole check. Yeah, man, you can get everything I got. Because I don't need nothing but some pussy and some drink and some peace. That's all I need in life. You understand me? And if you don't need that, you're a different type of guy. But I know what a man needs. To spread his seed and to have peace. You see what I'm saying? That's the business. It's in the Bible. Be fruitful and multiply. So how can I live with someone that makes me feel less than a man? You can't do that. And you got to check it at the door. Because if you don't, you come in trying to be all nice and all that shit, and you know you a hellified nigga, and you the boss, and you don't take no shit. Yeah, man, you can't be doing all that. You got to let her know from the beginning. This what it is. And the same way with the woman. She got to let you know, hey, man, you know what I'm saying? I'm only acting nice to you. You understand what I'm saying? Because I know you got money. But they ain't going to do that. They ain't going to do that. That's crazy. But as a man, you got a responsibility to let your girl know, hey, I don't play that from the beginning. I date. I got other women over here. And I'm just trying to pick the right one. You see what I'm saying? And if I pick the right one, and you ain't acting right, don't be mad. But you can't say that no more. Or can you? Man, please, I tell a motherfucker straight up. Listen, baby, let me see your hair. Let me take that wig off. Let me see how you look, because you real confident when you got your makeup on and you got your hair right. But what about the morning after? I want to see that. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want to see. Can I see that and then make my decision before I fuck on you? But you be so entranced by the beauty of her, and she gonna put on her best disguise, her best perfume, and have everything right, and you gonna fuck on her, and she gonna whoop you. She gonna whoop on you, especially if you was a sucker. And you used to just being submissive, probably like this nigga in the chat. He probably was raised by a single mother, man. You know what I'm saying? He had no real niggas in his life, because only trolls under the age of 25 say shit like that. They ain't got no daddy in their life. This man ain't know me from Adam to Eve. Talking about he finna slap me. And you get past all these motherfucking security cameras, nigga, you the baddest nigga in the world. I deserve to be slapped. If I don't see you on the camera with no bill and no bitches, man, shit. We in Georgia, boy. There's plenty of firearms down here, homie. I'm scary. You got me and feel my life right now, nigga. Hell yeah, you talking about you gonna slap fire to a grown man? Trying to give game to the young black youth? Boy, you done scared me shitless. I don't know what to do. I need to end the live and go call the police. Hell no. But no, back to what I was saying, man. This shit crazy out here in these streets, man. You got to be careful what type of woman you get nowadays, man. You put a baby in one of these girls, man, and she fuck around and take that mask off. Ain't nothing you can do because females got all the rights in court. You understand what I'm saying? They got all the rights, and you're going to be fucked up. You're going to be paying child support, and you ain't going to even be able to see your child. And the baby came out your dick. Ain't that a bitch? How the fuck you telling me I can't? No. I spit this baby out my dick, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, bitch, fuck that. And tomorrow, it came out my pussy, bitch. I put it there, ho. You can't never keep my seed away from me. I don't feel like you fit to raise my seed. I'll go to court, put myself, legitimize myself. You know what I'm saying? And if you violate the terms that the judge give me, I'll just file a contempt and get my seed back. Because a lot of people don't have no understanding unless you get the courts involved, unless it's violence. You know what I'm saying? Like the first thing they go to is they'll scratch your car up or flat your tires. You see what I'm saying? That's a violent bitch. You gotta go to the other level unless you're gonna lose your life and beat the bitch up. Then you going to prison. So you gotta prevent that shit in the beginning. You gotta ask females certain questions before you even put your dick in them, my nigga. Straight up. If you put your dick in these bitches and you just for fucking, you gotta let them know, baby, we just fucking. You go in there trying to fake like you trying to get in a relationship with these bitches nowadays in 2024, they gonna put you through the ringer, boy, I'm telling you. Because a lot of you dudes ain't players. Y'all was raised by women, so a woman gonna teach you how to be a man or how she want a man to be and how she want a man to treat her. You know what I'm saying? You can't really go by that, especially if you ain't got no hellified niggas in your family. If you ain't got no hellified niggas in your family to steer you the right way and you got a single mother and your mother ain't got no hellified brothers or no uncles or nobody to lead you the right way, you gonna look up to rappers in the videos, nigga. Yeah, nigga, you gonna be the motherfucking nigga that get a bitch later on in life if your mother was real aggressive and she gonna be running over your ass too. Because you already used to bitches yelling at you. Your mama yelled at you your whole life. A woman ain't really supposed to be disciplining no boy. That's just my opinion. Because we ain't gonna listen. Boys got testosterone in them. Naturally, you gonna buck against your mother. You gonna, yeah, all right, whatever. That shit gonna go on one end out the other. I ain't met damn man that motherfucker didn't rebel against his mother. Because it just ain't natural. Shit, I ran away from home when I was 17, nigga, because I couldn't take it. I'm like, I'm a man, you finna be hitting me with no extension cords and no switches. I'm old as hell. I'm getting pussy and all kinds of shit. I thought I was grown. But I was a boy turning into a man, rebelling against something that wasn't natural in my spirit. But men and women different. Nobody don't want to understand that. We different for a reason, man. Yeah, motherfucker, your girl, she go to another female to ask about men. That's dumb. Ask me. I'm a man. How you gonna tell me what I like? Niggas get cars and wear clothes that bitches like. Niggas don't get cars and clothes that they like for real. Niggas do it because that's what the bitches like. And if you wear something that you like and they say that shit look lame, you gonna take that shit off and go get something that can attract the bitches. You ain't finna buy no affordable car to drive back and forth to work. You gonna fuck up and get all that shit and put that shit on a lease and try to get you something, you know what I'm saying, that's gonna attract the bitches. Yeah. Them bitches really don't give a fuck about your clothes. It's with the nigga, though. If you a hellified nigga, man, you can make anything fly, man, because it's your mouthpiece. It's what you say out your mouth. It's how you act, how you getting your money. If you ain't about nothing, they gonna see that even if you dress nice, nigga. You gonna be a dress nice bum, nigga. And them hoes gonna expose you for that shit. And they gonna talk bad about you. But if you got your shit together, ain't what a bitch gonna say but lie. Bitch can't do nothing but drop some lies, and then the other bitches gonna know it's a lie. Cause they're like, I don't know. This nigga got this, he got that, he got his own spot. That nigga don't need you, bitch. He got too many bitches. Oh, that's wrong. Why a nigga got so many bitches? Man, shit, so many out here. And one act up, it's another one to take your place every single day of the earth. Every single day in life. It's somebody that'll take your spot. Niggas don't need no motherfucking body. We can die alone, G. You don't hear no motherfucking fire alarm going off in my motherfucking house. I get my ass up on something and I go change that motherfucker. You hear me? Shit. Your bitch get fat after you fuck on her for a couple years, man. You cool, they call that thick. Okay, that's cool, but what about when you get in your 50s and your 60s? That thick gonna turn into some flab, G. But you ain't thinking about that. You ain't even go to a mama house and see how a mama look. Yeah, mama bigger than a motherfucker. But now you don't like that. But you said you like them thick. But you ain't telling her that you ain't want her to get fat. And now that you fat, I ain't attracted to you. And these little young bitches out here sexy than a motherfucker and they throwing the pussy 9,000. I'm gonna go get that because I'm a man. Women don't have to have sex, man. They can act like they don't want to have sex. They can go without sex for a long time. You know why? Because they got a pussy. Men got a phallus, man. Our shit stay in there. We got to get it off some way. They shit leak out. A lot of women will tell you they on their period, man, but they got pads on because they just some horny devils. And they always leaking out. Them bitches be having orgasms and you don't even know it. Niggas can't do that there. We got to fuck. You hear me? And if you ain't getting it to me, I got to go get it somewhere else. Is I'm wrong? To you, yeah, because you a woman. To me, no, because I'm a man. And any woman that's mean and do the neck roll and the eye roll shit, that's ghetto. I know that's part of the culture and all that shit, but niggas don't like that shit. Niggas just put up with the shit. Women think that shit cool and sexy. That shit really unattractive to niggas, but niggas know they gonna get the pussy, so they put up with that shit. You know? Nigga put up with everything to get the pussy, dog. Man, listen, man, I'm telling you what this bitch did. This bitch made me wine and dine her and all that shit, right? Then act like she didn't want to give me the pussy. I said, okay, cool. I took the bitch home, went and fucked on another bitch. But I kept going through that bullshit for about a month. And then she finally gave me the pussy. It wasn't shit. I see why you did that. You trying to get everything you can get at me, my nigga. Because I was young and dumb. You know what I'm saying? I ain't know no better. When I should have established that at the door, listen, baby, I ain't no trick. I'm taking you out because I like the way you look, and I'm looking for a woman I can settle down with. You know what I'm saying? Put some kids in you. You know what I'm saying? Have you set up something nice. That's when I had a little money, you feel me? But instead of saying that, you know, I'm just going along with the bullshit. Listening to her trying to act like I'm sensitive and all that bullshit. When really I just don't even give a fuck about nothing she's saying. I just really want to fuck. And if she the right one, I might keep her. But niggas ain't saying that shit. Because it might fuck up your pussy. Yeah, you tell her, baby, I'm a hellified nigga, man. You know, I don't like when women be talking crazy and loud and shit to me. You can talk loud to them bitches. I really don't even like that. I like a quiet one. And if she ain't quiet and she try to be quiet, you don't want her either because she faking. And eventually she gonna get mad and get loud and start talking that shit. And that's not what you want. So it's on to the next one. You know? But nigga be still wanting to fuck. Nigga still want to get the little pussy. You know, so they put up with the bullshit, G. Oh, I got plenty of niggas I can fuck. Yeah, everybody will fuck you, bitch. Niggas will fuck Lizzo right now. Nigga, I'll fuck Lizzo right motherfucking now, nigga. I'll bust her big ass up, nigga. Yeah, nigga, pin her ass up, put her fucking face in the pillow so I ain't gotta look at her, turn the lights off, and drag that bitch, nigga. She got money, I might get me a motherfucking business out the hoe. If I fuck her good enough, nigga. You know nigga be trying to outfuck they bitch. If you ain't try to outfuck all your bitches, man, you ain't no hellified nigga anyway. Yeah, every bitch you get, you supposed to try to put your stamp on that whole pussy, nigga. Shit. Ain't no half-stepping over here. That ain't how we was raised. Nigga, we raised to stomp down, put our foot down on the bitch, man. I'm sorry. Finna never let a motherfucker house me. Please. Yeah, I know I'm dumb. I'm dumber than a motherfucker, but I ain't got no bitch talking shit to me. Every female I get, man, they know I don't do that. I don't do that talking shit to me, baby, because I ain't finna talk shit to you. I ain't finna raise my voice at you or none of that weak ass shit. So if you do that to me, it's on to the next one. Shit, I'm the prize. I'm the prize. Yeah, I'm the prize, man. No, what's happening is ain't nobody going by the Bible. God said it is not good for man to be alone. So what did he do? He didn't make women. He made the beasts of the earth. The dogs, the snakes, the bears, everything. He seen that it wasn't suffice. So then he put us to sleep, took our rib and made the woman and gave us dominion over the land. So the woman is put here for me. Tighten up, man. What's wrong with the black community is you Negroes. They let your bitch run over you and ain't in charge of your motherfucking household. That's what's wrong with the black community. Negroes ain't read the Willie Lynch letter. You ain't raising and training your children right. How you ain't training your motherfucking daughter to be a wife? You understand what I'm saying? Hey, man, call me what you want. Like I said, a man can say anything because he a man. You know, I can't stop you from calling me whatever. But, nigga, I'm training my daughter to be a wife. I don't want her going around here getting took advantage of and being weak. You hear me? Crazy as hell, nigga. I sound like a sissy if you want me to. I never accuse and talk about another man's manhood. That let me know if you a troll, I guarantee you under 25. You got to be under 25, because if you over 25, you just a dumbass nigga for coming on another man's channel and talking shit to him. No, I'm training my woman to find a husband, not no boyfriend, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you want your daughter to be a hoe? That's crazy. If you a submissive woman, you're a woman that understand what I'm talking about. Anybody that don't understand that was raised by a feminine mother. I mean, a feminist mother. Any man that get on here and say what I'm saying is wrong, he agrees with a feminist. Especially if you talk shit to another man on his own channel. No, I ain't training my daughter to be no hoe. One of my daughters in the army. You know what I'm saying? You got to worry about your daughter. I'm in here trying to teach the young black youth how to stay out of trouble. And you coming over here interrupting my channel, homie. That mean you the devil. I can't provide for myself. I got my own place, G. I pay my own rent, homie. I got my own car, everything, man. And I'm fresh out the penitentiary, you hear me? Because I ain't no sucker like you. Hey, I know niggas like you, though. I be looking at you guys on TV. I never let a bitch run me, man. All my bitches. Listen, go back to some of my lives, man. Go back to some of my lives when I got my bitch on my lives, man. She'll tell you. Yeah, I don't play that shit, nigga. I'm authentic. Yeah, I put my bitches on live with me, and we had conversations with the people. nigga. My bitch don't talk shit to me, because I don't talk shit to her. And she know I ain't with that shit. And any man that talk shit to another man, that let me know who raised them. You know? You got to think about what you saying, bro. You got to think about what you saying when you come on somebody's channel and insult when I'm trying to give game to the young black youth. You must not be black. That's crazy. But I'm finna listen to this white lady, man, because she know what the fuck she talking about. She's saying the shit I like to hear.
Everybody, but I think it's important to be exposed to different lifestyles so that we have a better appreciation for the different types of feminine women in our society. Now, the term traditional wife has honestly been demonized in our society, and I have never actually met somebody in this movement. I've been a part of it for the past couple of years.
Listen to this bitch, man.
Things that we are seeing in mainstream media about us. Although I live a primarily housewife, homemaker lifestyle, and I've been very vocal about it on this channel, I do want to acknowledge that there are different ways that you can become a traditional wife. It doesn't necessarily have to fit the stereotypical mold of the 1950s housewife. In fact, there are many women who perhaps work part-time or for a family business that would consider themselves traditional women. The purpose behind this message and this movement is to encourage women to live more of a home-centered lifestyle if that is something that they want. Women these days have been pushed into becoming boss babes, into validating their worth through their economic output, as you have seen me mention in countless videos in the past. Women feel as though they are stuck, as if they don't have any options. And this is the reason why myself, as well as other women on the internet, have come out and have explained that they live a more traditional lifestyle, because we really truly want to give you the tools to be able to achieve your life dream. There are countless women out there telling you how you can have it all and how you can balance a career as well as family, but there aren't as many advocates for women who want to live a more home-centered life and who do want to put family at the forefront. And so there's a younger generation who feels completely lost, as if this isn't the lifestyle that is attainable anymore. And of course there are limits. We're going to dissect that in this video. Economic limits, for example.
Now, everything she said, I agree with so far. A lot of women are not raised to be family orientated, man, because the family fucked up in the black community. So when you see somebody like Monique, bam, right? She got a dude that runs shit. People hate that shit. They say she crazy. No, that bitch ain't crazy. She smart. Let me listen to what this white lady say. Hold up.
These are just things that have worked in my life or those who I've met along the way who do engage in a similar lifestyle. So first things first, we have to talk about finding a husband. I really owe you a video on dating, on kind of dissecting the masculine man. I have a couple older videos on that topic, so I'm going to link those down below. But I do shy away from talking about dating because it is culturally relative to wherever you live. And I mentioned here and there that I want to encourage you to date ruthlessly. Now, this doesn't mean that you have to have a harsh energy that you bring with you in the dating pool. What this means is that you want to set personal limits, particularly time limits. We as women do have biological clocks. I don't want you to feel as though you are running too much out of time, because that's going to put a lot of extra stress on you. But the purpose of me saying this is that you are going to want to take into consideration that you can't be wasting time with a man who doesn't share the same end goal, or who is open to being in the dating market for several more years when you picture yourself at the end of that road with a couple of kids. And another thing I want to encourage you to do is not to box yourself in thinking that you can only find a traditional husband.
What's up, So Real TV?
By going to specific places. I hear countless women talking about how you can meet these kinds of men in church, which is true, but you want to have an open feminine energy to meeting these types of men anywhere. I met my husband when I was in university, and he was in a fraternity, and
whoa, you heard her? She met her husband in school, nigga. School. She's smart. He's smart. Not at the club. Not at the gas station. Not at work. Not in your apartments. But at school, nigga. That's why I told my baby mama, I was like, listen, let her have a boyfriend, but I gotta be able to see him. I gotta know they parents. Niggas ain't doing that shit no more. Cause if I go to your parents' house and you trying to date my daughter, and I go to your house, it's fucked up in there. I know that shit. This what she raised in. So I'm gonna go back and tell my daughter, hey man, be careful with this young nigga. And to tell you if I want to be blood raw, why daddy? Why I gotta be careful? Cause nigga, I went over your boyfriend house and his mama ain't shit. She got 5 kids with 5 different baby daddies. You understand me? And probably tried to give me some pussy on the low. If I come back that bitch and smoke with her, cause it was smoked out in the house. Little nigga, I'm just keeping it real, nigga. So you gotta teach your children how to identify that shit. But if it's cool to go along with the trend, your children gonna go along with the trend. It's cool to listen to drill music just like it was cool for us to listen to gangster rap back in the 90s, dog. So when they come play that shit, you already know what type of young nigga this is, G. A motherfucker in college and all that shit, man, they listen to the same thing, but they got different priorities. Nigga, the little Migo right down the block got a fucking tire place, right? Nigga, they 25 years old. Starting businesses, shit that niggas in the hood gotta go and pay money for when they get a flat tire. But you won't put your money together to even get a food truck with a nigga, dog. That shit crazy, man.
Did I ever think in my life I would marry somebody who was in a fraternity, even though I was?
I don't want my daughter to fuck with a nigga like that.
And speaking of masculinity, there are a couple.
Meet your boyfriend in school.
The true essence
the smart
of a
nigga.
masculine man who's going to be open to a more traditional lifestyle is that he's not going to be a quitter. He's also going to have personal goals that don't rely on your future income. When he talks about the future and what you will have together, he isn't solely basing it off of what you are going to choose for your career path, for example. You also want to look at how he treats the women in his life. What I want you to look at is if he has women who are important to him in his life, and how does he go out of his way to help them. That was a big thing that I admired in my husband. He has a mother and a stepmother, and he takes care of both of them whenever they need something. There's a big difference between a mama's boy and somebody who is just looking out for the feminine women in his life. I also want you to look at if he has grit. How does he deal with failure? Does he use it as motivation to do better? Especially if you're dating a younger man. Men tend to build their character through failure, so you might see some of that along the way. And what I've also noticed in modern women is that they are so quick to try to date somebody who has achieved an unrealistic standard of success for their age.
Right there. I'm glad she said that, boy. I'm glad she said that shit. Listen, everybody want to get paid. I understand that. Everybody ain't gonna make it, bro. You got these young niggas that come out the ghetto and try to get to the NBA and to the NFL, and they don't make it, bro. You understand what I'm saying? So when you get a woman with the same ideology as finding a man that got the most money, it ain't gonna happen, bro. It's hard out here, G. So if you got a daughter in your house, you can't raise her the way the majority of people are raising their kids, man, because it's unrealistic. You just heard the lady, man. It's unrealistic. You're not going to get the rapper. You're not going to get the movie stars unless you are in that same circle. That's why I say tell your children to find their husband or their wives in college. Because that's where the people go that they're trying to better themselves. And know that you have to work hard in the beginning of your life so you can play in the end of your life. But if you play at the beginning of your life, at the end of your life, you'll be working a 9 to 5. Like me. I went to the penitentiary in 2005. Got out 2019 because Trump passed the criminal justice reform. I got to start over, homie. But they couldn't take my mind. I got talent. So I just spit the game to the young black youth so they can do opposite of what I did. You see? What he say? Bro, keep your child. Hey, man, I got to. I'm in court trying to get the baby back. I gave you the seed out of my dick, and you're not fit to raise my seed. I got to get that back from you. Because you want to play sexy red in front of the children and say, fuck my baby daddy. No, it ain't never that with me. And if you let that shit happen, you's a sucker.
Rather, I would encourage you to look for somebody who is goal-driven and isn't afraid of doing the hard work to get there. And that doesn't necessarily equate to monetary value. The reason why I say this is that I don't want you to write off a bunch of traditional men, because as long as he is a problem solver and he has grit, there's going to be less of a tendency for him to leave you hanging and more of a drive for him to provide for his future family. So again, there's so much more to unpack when it comes to the topic of finding a husband. So eventually, when I muster the courage and the time, I will make that video for all of you. Next up, I want to discuss convincing your husband, if you're already married, to have you transition to a more homemaker-centered life, to perhaps work part-time or to perhaps quit work entirely. This is a little bit of a complicated topic. The sad truth is that we have a generation of men and women alike who just accept that women should be overburdened and should stress themselves out by doing domestic chores as well as their job. And this isn't necessarily directly the fault of the person that you have married, for example. This is just a cultural mindset. And so this is one of the biggest tenets of this channel when I talk about living a traditional lifestyle. I am firmly against women overworking themselves and burning themselves out. And this is the direction that society has been taking over the past several decades. Many women are not vocal about this because we want to appear as though we have it all together. But we are doing a detriment to womankind by not acknowledging that this is a difficult lifestyle, that this is impeding our femininity, by putting up this facade, by not being honest. And so this is one of the major...
Whoa. What's good, homie? You heard what the lady said, man. Not being honest. That's a problem in our community, man. Because you get niggas like me that be honest, and they don't want to hear that shit, G. You know what I'm saying? Like, I told the chick, I was like, listen, I want to keep it the way we got it. We just fucking. She ain't want to hear that shit, G. She want to take it to another level. But you can't be honest in 2024 no more. You got to be careful who you fuck with. You know what I'm saying? So what she say? They don't want to be honest. They don't want to admit that they need men out here, man. Listen, straight up. If you get a girl that you want to be with, you got to put her through the test. You got to test your bitch, nigga. Listen, I was hood as hell when I was young, you know what I'm saying? So this used to be my test. I used to have a lot of money, right? So I leave that shit laying on the dresser. And I know how much it is. And I'll get through fucking the bitch. I go to the bathroom. I ain't studying the money. I might go to the kitchen or whatever. So you know what I'm saying, get ready to go to the store. I be like, I'm finna come back to the store. I'm finna go to the store. Now I'm really gone. The money's still there. I come back. I never count the money. I tell her, you ready to go home? She be like, yeah. And I take the money then, and I give her a little money out of it. Then I put it in my pocket. Then when I take her home, I count the money. And if it's not minus what I gave her, I know she stole from me. And I would never respect a bitch that took a little bit of money. I would respect the bitch if I came out the bathroom and all the money was gone. If I sink the bitch again, I'd probably laugh and dap that bitch up. But a bitch that'll steal $20, $30 from you out of a big wad that's probably like, I had like $3,000 on the dresser that time, G. If you would have stole a petty amount, that'll let me know you a petty bitch. And this shit happened to me before, but I just cut the bitch off. And you got to test your bitches, man. Sometimes they pass the test because they know they've been tested before like that. So you got to keep testing your bitch, man. I'm telling you, it's real out here, man. I'm giving you game now.
When women get stuck in this trap of having it all, and why it isn't accepted for women to live a housewife lifestyle if that is what they choose. They are seen as lesser women because the mentality is that all these women out there are doing it all, so why can't you? You know, your husband is also in this culture, so this is the message that he is receiving as well. So really dismantling this type of thinking is going to be difficult. So what I suggest that you do is a multi-step approach. Acting as though you are a full-time housewife right now is not going to help your cause. What I would rather you do is have an open discussion with him about how this would benefit your family to have you work less. I also want you to focus on femininity and your own personal happiness, because if he's willing to try out this experiment, you're going to have to show that energetically this has made you a happier woman. And it probably will, but I do want you to understand that there's a big mental mindset that you have to take on when you choose to seriously incorporate homemaking as your job. Just like you wouldn't show up to your customer service job in a bad mood, you don't want to carry that with you when you are transitioning into being...
Yo, I was telling this chick one day at work, I'm like, why you always mad and frowning? She like, I ain't mad, I ain't frowning. I'm like, man, every time I see you, man, you frowning, G. You know what I'm saying? So ain't no more of them days where the girl be smiling and trying to be nice. And no, man, motherfuckers coming in work mad as hell for no motherfucking reason, just frowning because they don't want you to talk to them. I'm different, man. I'll pull up on you. I was like, damn, man, why you mad? You upset when I did something to you, baby? No, you ain't did nothing. You frowning, though. What's wrong, man? Somebody did something to you? No, it's just how I look. You go to McDonald's, you go to anywhere. Bruh, I was mad as hell one night. I'm in that bitch, I'm in line. It's a family up in front of me. You know what I'm saying? Cute little kids, you know what I'm saying? White couple. The lady at the register like, how you doing? Oh. So as soon as they move, the bitch got like this. I'm like, damn, bitch, what the fuck you frowning at me for? What the fuck did I do to you? I ain't say that, but that's what was going through my mind. You hear me? I'm like, come on, what's up? Why the switch of the attitude? Because I'm smiling? Because you was just smiling? And you thought I was going to talk to you, didn't you? Yeah, I know.
More fun.
I don't know why you flip your script.
I also want you to look at your personal skill set. And we're going
you shouldn't do that. That's not feminine.
Point that I'm going to bring up in this video, but what can you use to make supplemental income, for example? I have talked to you about before on this channel how I have tutored children over the past couple of years. I have a science background and I have a language background, so I was able to harness that to be able to get the best.
Hey, hold up.
Do you know how to sing?
I want to give an example.
Musical instrument is there.
I want to give an example of how Deontay Wilder got knocked out last night. That nigga was like, that motherfucker got hit. Can y'all see me? That nigga got hit. Boom! That nigga said, man, goddamn, man. Boom! Hey, he looked at the referee like he got cheated or something, bro. I was like, man, that man ain't cheat you. He hit you, bro. Man, that nigga got spunked around in a circle. That nigga looked at the referee like, man, goddamn, you gonna let him hit me like that? Hey, that nigga Deontay Wilder thought he got cheated. But no, man, I had to get that one off, bro. That was funny as fuck. I fought with the bronze bomber, though. He just got beat up. It's over with for him, baby.
Sure, here are some videos.
No, bitch, I want to finish what I was watching, ho. Let's go.
A family that you can babysit for. You know, some women have started YouTube channels and they've become very successful at it. I don't make a lot of income off my YouTube channel, so I can't necessarily say that this is a part-time job for me. It's more so a hobby. But if you do find a niche...
So subscribe to Cynthia L. That's her channel, man. She is a real feminine white girl, and she trying to give game to everybody. The reason I'm on here giving game to the young black youth is because it ain't nobody really giving game in the households. See, she already got her game from her mother and her father. But we ain't got no equal households to give us this type of game. So this is why social media is good. You can take the good and the bad out of what she say, but the formula she giving, people don't want to go by that. And I know why.
Something that you're passionate about, it could truly blow up on the internet and you could become some sort of part-time influencer. There are so many different options. I don't want you to pigeonhole yourself into the 1950s stereotype of a traditional woman. I really want you to work with your husband and take it step by step, slowly, to try to figure out the best balance for you. Okay, so let's dive a little bit into money. And this is another topic where I don't necessarily dive deeply into on my channel, but for the sake of this video and actually giving you tangible advice, I'm going to do my best. Again, this is my own personal perspective and things that have worked for my husband and I, so it might not necessarily work for you. The criticism I hear sometimes is that I don't acknowledge that there's a big privilege with staying home. And so I want to make it clear that there is a big privilege to staying home, that not everybody can do it. But the goal is to equip you with some tools to be able to make that possible, at least from a part-time perspective. If your husband works a flexible job or he is in an industry that is very versatile, I would highly recommend that you perhaps look into moving someplace else, moving to a location that is more affordable. If you live in Canada like me, living in Ontario has probably become, unless you live up north or you live where I live, which is a little bit cheaper, but the prices are getting higher out there, it's not going to be as doable on one income, mainly for the purpose of real estate, whether you decide to.
First of all, you not finna get the majority. I ain't gonna say all. You ain't gonna get the majority of women that think like that, because they want the best and the biggest house. They want the best and the biggest wedding. They want the best and the biggest man. They want the best and the biggest of everything. The best and the biggest. Remember that now. You can't provide that. What you gonna do? You gonna lie to her. And then when you lie to her to get the pussy, she gonna be mad at you. Well, baby, you want some unreasonable shit. But if you stayed in school and found the smart dudes attractive instead of the hood niggas, you would have had the biggest and the best. He might have not been hood, but he would have been good. But we ain't training our daughters to go to school to find their husbands, bro. Not no boyfriends, husbands. You gotta sit down and do homework with these young niggas, man. Same with your boys. You gotta teach your kids how to find a good girlfriend, man. You want your boy to want a woman like this here. Whether she white or black, it don't matter what color she is, dog. She got the right mind state, bro.
Rent or whether you decide to buy, you might want to look more at the prairie provinces because those places are going to have more affordable real estate. And speaking of real estate, I want you to look at alternative avenues. Is there a house that you can buy that you can perhaps invest in and then you can sell and put that money towards another house, those kinds of things? Is there a property where you could have a basement entrance so that you can rent out the bottom portion of your house? Is it more economically feasible for you to rent based on your budget? There's no shame in doing that if you actually sit down and crunch the numbers and you find out that that is best for your family. And I also wanted to touch on the topic of frugality because it truly is a mindset. Since the beginning of my marriage, I've kept certain habits throughout time, such as shopping at consignment stores as well as thrift stores, that has continued to benefit me now. But lastly, I do want to impart you with a little bit.
Where she shop at, y'all? This lady says she shop at the thrift stores, man. Why would I want a woman that want Gucci, Prada, Fendi, and all that shit I can't afford, G? And gonna look at me less than a man because I can't afford that shit, my nigga. I'd rather go find one like that there. But you can't find one like that there if you in the streets, my nigga. Bill Haney say he for the street. You can't find no woman like that in the streets because they ain't trying to talk to you in the streets. They'll talk to you in the classroom because they can see you smart. They can see your brain. See, you ain't training your kids to be attracted to women's minds. If you find a girl that's in that motherfucking class that's smart, that's the one you want. If you find a man in the class that got brains and smart, that's who you should teach your daughters to want, bro. But we ain't teaching and training our children what to look for. So we got to go through the bullshit and we don't know our goddamn selves. But you can't listen to nobody that never went through nothing. You got women going to other women asking about other men. It don't work because we different. You'll never understand us, and we'll never understand you. I don't understand how people don't understand that. But I like how she talking.
Of advice when it comes to saving money and frugality. As much as it is so interesting to find bargains, you want to make sure that you don't spend all of your time consumed with doing so. It's kind of like the simplistic example of, you're cutting coupons to go to different grocery stores, but you're bouncing around to different grocery stores and you end up wasting the money that you would have saved, or even wasting more money in the gas that it takes you to get to the different grocery stores. The purpose of this is to have a balanced lifestyle, to find what works best for you, what is easiest to incorporate, but will also give you a return on your money. Okay, so moving on. If you aren't married yet, or even if you are, but you're looking at having a more homemaker-centered lifestyle, you are going to want to focus on preparation. Because when you live a more traditional lifestyle, many people don't realize that you have to take it seriously as though it is a job. That's why I have continuously mentioned this fact throughout my homemaking videos, and it was really a big game changer for me. Modern culture's narrative is that cooking and cleaning, for example, is something that is so easy and so basic that it's not worthwhile for a woman to do so, that she's wasting her potential. But when you actually take the time to do these things, you will realize that it is a skill. Managing a home is a skill. If you're cleaning a home improperly, you're going to waste so much more time. And a big goal of being home is to be able to spend more time with our family and to slow down. So you don't want to take all that time that you're trying to save on using methods that aren't going to benefit you in your homemaking. I think that a lot of younger women are afraid of learning these skills because they don't want to get labeled as a pick-me. But there's a big difference between being a pick-me and actually making yourself a catch and a valuable asset to whoever you're going to marry. And to be honest, I don't really understand that insult.
Hey, listen. A pick-me. What the fuck is a pick-me? They don't want to be labeled a pick-me, but that's what you need to be labeled. Pick me.
So much more time. And a big goal of being home is to be able to spend more time with our family and to slow down. So you don't want to take all that time that you're trying to save on using methods that aren't going to benefit you in your homemaking. I think that a lot of younger women are afraid of learning these skills because they don't want to get labeled as a pick-me. But there's a big difference between being a pick-me and actually making yourself a catch and a valuable asset to whoever you're going to marry. And to be honest, I don't really understand that insult because many women do want to get picked and they do want to get married and they want to live happily ever after. I don't understand the shame in wanting to get picked. There's a big aspect to homemaking that deals with character, that deals with selflessness. Doing those kind of mundane tasks is a very selfless thing to do. Learning to cook somebody's favorite meal is a nurturing thing to do. And I also want to go back to the 1950s stereotype by encouraging you not to try to be perfect, because again, when you try to be perfect, it ends up being the same as if you don't know any of those skills. For example, you're cleaning your house and you're wasting a bunch of time. I'm a big advocate, for example, for picking certain core meals that everybody loves, such as lasagna, such as a roast, that you can master, and then leaving those extra cooking skills, those little frilly things that you can make, as a hobby rather than trying to be perfect all around, because you're going to neglect the fact that homemaking truly is about serving people. And lastly, we have to talk about the downsides of being a traditional woman, of being a traditional wife, of being somebody who lives a home-centered lifestyle. We still live in the 21st century in the modern world where women like us often get down. And so if you're actually going to embark on living this lifestyle that is not mainstream, you're going to have to develop your emotional resilience. You're going to have to filter out those negative comments. And I want you to understand that engaging in debate with many people often is pointless because they have already made their mind up about
Exactly.
it. You want to usually try to just shut down the conversation. We hear a lot about boundaries nowadays, but we often don't understand that a boundary can be simply deciding not to engage with toxic people in our life that are going to make us feel bad about our lifestyle. This doesn't mean that we can't love them for the other positive qualities.
They ain't just talking about bitches. They talking about you trolls too, man. That's why I ignored that weak ass nigga on that motherfucker, man. Trying to disrupt a player show, man. Trying to give game to the young black youth, and you trying to disrupt my motherfucking show, nigga. Weak ass boy.
That they bring, but trying to debate them is just going to create a vicious cycle of animosity. You also want to take care of your mental health, because when you stay home more so full time, you are going to kind of be isolated. And if you're an introverted person like me, you could really thrive like this, but you of course need to balance it out by having social interaction. That's a little bit hard to do with the direction in which the world has been going over the past couple of years, but that's why the online space can be very beneficial to you. Just like if you are a traditional workplace, you have to do things to take care of your mental health, to live a balanced lifestyle. You're going to have to do the same if you want to become a traditional wife. I know for many women in this community, incorporating their faith every single day, reminding themselves of the Proverbs 31 woman, for example, helps them get that motivation and find their why to help them keep going. Again, if you work a traditional job, I would recommend the same thing for you. I have so many friends that work in healthcare, for example, and so they have to remind themselves that it is about the patient at the end of the day. That fuels them to keep going. So those are all the topics that I wanted to talk about today with regards to how to become a traditional wife. If you have anything to add to the conversation, or you wanted to bring up an extra point, things that you have done that have helped you become successful in achieving this life path, or things that you plan on doing, leave them down below. If you like this kind of content, you would probably enjoy my homemaking as well as traditional women playlists. So I'm also going to link those above or down below. They will be linked. You can also go to the playlist section of my YouTube channel. Thank you once again for watching this video, and I will see you when we discuss our next topic. Lovely feminine friends. Bye-bye.
Now, am I wrong for wanting a black woman to think like that? Because I love my different color sisters, man. But I'm black, homie, so I want the blackest thing on that picture, man. You understand me? That's just what I want. If you're a Puerto Rican, you probably want the Puerto Rican Boricua mama. But it don't matter what color she is. Does she have that mind state old girl got, though? This lady still shop at thrift stores and admits it. No shame. No shame in her game whatsoever. Her husband probably make good motherfucking money. That's why she's a stay-at-home mom. But she ain't trying to go out there and do no extravagant spending, because she knows it's about the long run. But if you ain't training your children how to be wives, how we gonna find something, my nigga? How we gonna treat you with respect? Because first of all, it's hard to find somebody out there that'll smile at you nowadays. So how do I know how to even approach you? If you ain't raised by no only a single mother, your mother ain't finna teach you how to talk to bitches, man. Because first thing she gonna tell you, don't be bringing home no babies. She don't want you to even have sex with the bitches. So how she gonna teach you how to be a man? A lot of people got mad at Boosie for paying for a prostitute for his son. Ain't that a bitch? How you expect that man to be a man? That's his son. You all in that nigga household. But at least he promoting his son to have sex with a woman. Look at Dwayne Wade. Which daddy would you want? And you got a lot of households out there like that, with niggas that was raised by punk ass bitches. So yeah, he an alpha male and all that weak ass shit on the outside, but on the inside he a bitch ass nigga, man. You see how the pussy niggas came in my chat trying to troll me, dog? That's crazy. That's a nigga that was raised by a pussy ass bitch. Because ain't no real woman gonna raise a man to troll. If you a troll and you troll, that means you were raised to be a troll. How can you just out of the blue become a troll? That's something that's in you. Bitch-assedness. To go on any other platform and think you funny, it's a prank, it's a prank, it's a prank. And then you die. That's like these niggas out here doing these fuck ass pranks. It's a prank, it's a prank, it's a prank. And then he die. He get sunk to prison because a pussy nigga thought it was sweet. That's what these niggas do, man. And that's what the bitches do. And I'm trying to give you game on how to find the right one. I got mine. She be on live with me. Y'all hear my gal? And when I say bitch, don't get it twisted, man. I would never call my girl bitch. She know that. She know that's my lingo. Unless she piss me off, then I might say bitch. But I ain't finna call my gal no bitch. But that's my bitch. You understand what I'm saying? So you just worry about your bitch, man. But I'm straight with my bitch, how she treat me. Because I got it understood at the beginning. Ain't nothing new with us. You know I ain't finna yell at you and do none of that shit. Because I established that at the door. I don't like to yell. That's why I don't really get into it with niggas. Because I know I'm a man and I know how I feel. I want to be respected. But if I go out here trying to demand my respect from a motherfucker that ain't going to give me no respect, I look foolish. And I'm wasting air. I might respond here and there to the trolls, man. But you know, once y'all keep trolling, I ain't finna block you. I'm just going to ignore you like a bitch. If you ever get a woman and she has a loud mouth and you want to just keep her around because you know she got good pussy and you know she probably got a little money or whatever, but she got a loud mouth and you chose to put up with that, that's cool. But ignore her. When she start talking shit, then you'll be able to find out if you have a violent bitch. Because don't no woman in America, especially a black woman, likes to be ignored. You understand me? So when I ignore the trolls, that shit hurt they pussy. You know? It's funny to me, man, because it lets me know that, one, you more than likely under 25, because if you over 25 and you trolling, man, that's childish. And I can't respect you. You understand? Or two, you're under the age of 25. If you're over the age of 25 and you trolling, you was raised by a pussy ass bitch. Or a punk ass nigga. Either way it go. You get these behaviors from childhood. You know, you ain't got nobody to check you and say, hey man, sit your pussy ass down. You going out here acting like a bitch, nigga. And you go unchecked. Your mother don't know you acting like a bitch. Because she's a female. That's why you need a man in these boys' lives, man. Because the women, they laugh. Man, listen, I'm older, right? But y'all remember that show In Living Color? Where Jamie Foxx played Wanda? And that motherfucker always like, hey, for real though, all that weak ass, she want me to imitate that motherfucker for her company, bruh. And when I got older, I'm like, wait a minute, man. That's some shit women do. A group of men would never impersonate no motherfucking Wanda or no Shanae. You know what I'm saying? But I was a child. I had to do what my mother said. And it was funny to me at the time when we was watching this shit. So I ain't know no better. But that ain't what you do to no boy. Like, hey, come here, do the Wanda for me. And I think it's funny. I want to impress her friends. She got friends in there. I be like, hey, for real though. But you do that shit now, nigga, that's gay. But the fact that she didn't understand that that's feminizing a boy, it makes it okay. And you got girls out here today, man, same way they play fuck my baby daddy. That's the same thing. Because it make a nigga feel like he ain't shit. Like, nigga, if your child hear that shit, it's fuck the baby daddy. You gonna do whatever mama say. So you got a bitch like that playing that song right there, you know she just for fucking. If you go on the first date with a bitch and you ask her, your father in your life, and she's like, no, and then you keep on going like, why not? Damn, I fucking got disconnected. I always let my phone die, man. I always have my phone die on me when I'm spitting some real shit. Let me tighten up on my backstroke, man. Hit my like button, though, man. Hey, yeah, man, but like I was saying, nigga, you got to do your homework before you start fucking on these bitches nowadays, homie. If you don't do your homework, you going to get caught up in the twist. And they going to fuck over you, boy, because it's a mind state thing, homie. It ain't about right and wrong no more. They don't even know they wrong. They don't even feel like they doing nothing wrong, bro. That's why you got a lot of people turning away from God, because when they read the Bible, it preaches against everything these bitches doing, homie. Like a nigga supposed to fuck on bitches, man. You know, that's just the way it's gonna always be. Yeah, but we gotta understand that that's just part of the game. Like like I said before, if you ever meet a woman that say she don't need no nigga for shit, she just for fucking, homie, that don't mean you gotta treat her bad. But you gotta understand that you don't have to treat her bad, but if she say that, you can try to have a relationship with her. And you can try to make that shit work. But you gotta always remember she don't need you, bro. She don't need you, homie. I want a bitch that need me. What about you? Because I want her to need me. That means she gonna do everything to keep me. I don't want no bitch that don't need me. So you got to be careful, ladies, when you say them type of things, man, because niggas will take that literally. I teach my children never to say that there to a man, because you need men, just like men need women. That's why God said it's not good for man to be alone, because he knew that man needed help. Come on, man. Every time I'm about to fuck up, man, my bitch tighten me up, man, and pull my coat, because I got, I took a lot of brain damage in the past, man. A lot of blows to the head and shit, right? So I forget shit. I got I be having like blackouts and shit sometimes, man. So she pulled me up. I need her, man. I need her. When I went to the dentist to get these fucking goals took out my mouth Friday, nigga, I needed her to come pick me up, because I knew I wouldn't be able to drive home. You niggas ain't even got no bitch. You had to get your homeboy to come pick you up from the dentist, nigga. Or your mama. You ain't got no bitch out there, leave me alone. If you got a bitch out there and she running your house, leave me alone. If you got a bitch out there, she talk to you any kind of way, leave me alone now. If you got a bitch out there, man, and she ain't feeding you, leave me alone, homie. Don't talk to me, because my bitch do all that there. All that there, And I'm proud of my bitch, nigga. I take her anywhere, and she ain't the best looking thing in the world, but I don't care about that, because guess what? Beauty only skin deep. Yeah. And I treat her good. I don't fuck over her, and I don't disrespect her, and I don't talk loud to my bitch. I don't yell at her. I don't do none of that weak ass shit. But she do the things that I want in life as a man, because we had that communication from the beginning. How can you blame a man for going overseas and getting one of these Filipino women, man? Because they train their kids at birth to be wives, G. Ain't that some shit? These motherfuckers that got all this money, man, is not finna be sitting around here wondering if this girl gonna sign a prenup or not. I go to the Philippines, they already understand. You gotta sign this prenup, and this is what it is. They raised to sign the prenup, nigga. No problem, baby. Marry me. I cook, I clean, I have your children, everything. Listen, I got a movie I'm trying to film called Robot Wifeys. And it's about, in the future, how the people gonna come out with the AI robots. Just like, all the movies or whatever, but you get to design your girl however you wanted to design her. If you want her to be submissive, you can program her to be however you want her to be. And you can program her to defend you like a bodyguard and all this shit, man. So hit my like button so we can boom this channel up so I can really put this shit into effect. I got a real prolific mind. I just need a little help. Fresh out the penitentiary, niggas made fun of me because I got locked up, bro. That's crazy. Like the way that I was living as a youth, of course I was going to get locked up. That's the path that I chose. But I learned from that shit, G. If a nigga go to prison and he don't learn, of course you ain't supposed to listen to him. You know what I'm saying? Like, if the nigga that came on here earlier was trolling me back before I went to prison, we would have been trying to find that pussy nigga. But now I know he just talking shit because I'm older, bro. So I just brushed that shit over because I know he just hating, my nigga. Like, we make fun of motherfuckers on this channel, so that shit don't really faze me when niggas come on here and troll. Cause shit, nigga, that shit all fun and games for real, for real. But when you start talking about violence and start putting hands and shooting people and shit, that's why I draw the line, man. Cause especially I'm on here trying to give game to the young black youth. Any young nigga can listen to this shit and get it. But like I said, I get a game to the young black youth because I was a young black youth. And we ain't had nobody talking like this when we was younger, my nigga. You know? Shout out to Instagram, YouTube, and all social media nowadays. What's up, Just Do? Social media, you can look up relationship problems and see niggas that went through shit in life and actually listen to them before you go through the bullshit, G. And then you got guys come on here and try to troll and say, shut the fuck up. It make me talk even more. Because he probably the one that's really listening to me right now. He need the game. The young niggas ain't got no daddy. Like, shout out to Just Do. He's a father in his house with his child, man. That's big. So now you get to instill the masculinity in your son, and your son get to see the nurturing side of a mother. He gets both. He gets equal energy, homie. 24 hours a day. Not just on the weekends or every other weekend, nigga. Every single day, 24 hours a day, you got your child, your seed, man. That's big. A lot of people don't even want that type of lifestyle, and that's the mind state that I'm talking about, G. Let me get my light right quick. Yeah, homie. That's the mind state I'm talking about, homie. Listen, the average black boy in America, homie, ain't grew up with no father, homie. That's on average. And you get a lot of guys, well, I had my daddy in me. I had my daddy. Shut the fuck up, nigga. I ain't talking about you. I'm talking about niggas that didn't grow up with their fathers. And see, my mother realized at a young age, man, she lose grip on me. She can't no woman control no boy when he go through adolescence, bruh. Can't no woman in the world control a boy when he's going through adolescence, bruh. You can whoop him, you can beat him, you can have him all submissive if you want to, but as soon as they motherfucker get away from you, he gonna hate you. And she understood that, man. And she sent me to stay with my father in Chicago. And at the time, that was, you know what I'm saying, a place where you could still go outside and dribble the basketball. You can get shot, but it wasn't as bad as it is now, but it was still a lot of gangs up there. And my father grew up in the era where you can go outside and just chill on the corner and be cool. And I tried, you know what I'm saying, understand his state of mind when I got up there. He was like, you need to go out and make friends. I'm like, okay, cool. I go out there and make friends. It's a whole bunch of niggas my age, but they gang banging. And they asking me where I'm from. I'm 11, 12 years old, surrounded by 6, 7 young niggas my age, talking about where I'm from, nigga. I just want to play basketball, nigga. No, if you over here, you got to be down. So what the fuck I'm supposed to do? I got down, nigga. And that's what a lot of young niggas do, man. It might not happen exactly like it happened for me, but that's how it happened for me. Even though my mother was doing the right thing, sending me to my father, you just sent me to an environment that was real hostile and toxic for young black youth. But if my father and my mother was together, it wouldn't be that issue, would it? But we break up for selfish reasons. Oh, you fucked another bitch. I got to break up with you. Ain't that the main reason? I say, Mom, where you meet my daddy at? At the gas station. I say, Mom, when you in college? Yep. These are choices that we make, you know. My daddy was a smooth nigga, man. He was one of them yellow niggas with the good hair, you know. So, of course, he was going to get on the bitches. But he loved me, man, because he married my mother. And tried to make a family, man. But I never forget the first time my daddy ever tried to, this when they divorced and all that shit. I think I was like 12. He tried to whoop me, dog, with a belt, my nigga. And I was sitting there just laughing at the nigga. And he sweating and He looked at me and just stopped whooping me. He was like, boy, you crazy just like your mama. And God bless the dead daddy, you know you said that to me that day, and I had to think about that. Because my mama is crazy as fuck. And it is hard to live with certain black females out here, G. And for a nigga to be beating on a child, whooping them, and the child laughing at him because that belt wasn't hurting me, I'm used to getting whooped with switches and extension cords, nigga. So by him whooping me with my clothes on too, I laughed at the brother. I laughed on him, homie. Because the whoopings wasn't hurting me, man. I can't even respect you more than my mother. So what I do after that? I run wild in Chicago, homie. Listen, man, it's story time. I almost died by the CPD. We out there hustling on the street. I carry the money. He carry the drugs. Y'all know how it go. They run down on us in the alleyway. It's about 3 of us. He get the money from me, my homie, threw the dope on top of the roof. They can't find nothing. They tell them niggas, since I got the money to run off, take your shoes off and run away in the alley. They take me, put me in the back seat of the police car. It was unmarked. Took the money, went to I think it was Rally's. I forget what burger joint it was. Took me through there, bought some food, rolled through a Vice Lord neighborhood, told me to sit there and don't say nothing. They rolled real slow past Big Lord house. I remember all them niggas sitting on the porch. Then he turned the block real fast. Zoom! And when it picked up a little young nigga, right? And told me to put my head down. No, first he told me to push my head down in the back seat. I'm like, what the fuck you mean put my head down in the back seat? He pushed me down in the back seat, told me lay down. I ain't understand, I'm young, I'm 12. They ride around the block and pull up on the young nigga out there hustling and put him in the back seat with me. So look at me how I'm looking. I'm laying down in the back seat of a police car. I'm 12 years old. This little young nigga, he looking at me like I told on him. So guess what they do? Let me out the car at the end of the block, knowing I gotta go this way. I'm young, I'm dumb, but I know Big Lord house right there. So I'm trying to get there, but by the time I try to get over there, these niggas surround me. It's niggas my size. 6 or 7 of them talking about, hold up, nigga, where you think you going? What you just did? What set you claim? I say, man, I don't know what the fuck going on. Boom! They start beating me up. The last thing I seen was an 8-ball bottle crashing down on my head. The only thing that saved my life was Lil Rico. That nigga went over there and told him, stop, that's Squeaky son, nigga. He didn't do nothing. And they pulled me up and put me in the house, and I had a pumpkin head deluxe. Fuck the police. But nigga, my mother sent me up there because she knew I needed a male role model in my life, man. She didn't know it was fucked up like that because they grew up in a different generation. They ain't know it was fucked up like that. Man, my daddy seen my face and he couldn't believe it. That's why I had to go back to Jacksonville. And I took that shit from Chicago all the way to Florida with the same mentality. Come on, man. I was destined for penitentiary, nigga. That's why I say, man, you got to be careful. Even a woman picking me. And she really knew my past, she wouldn't be wrong for looking over me, bro. But the fact that I learned my lesson, man, and I'm trying to change my ways is the only thing I can bank on. And if you don't fuck with me, fuck you too. And that's how you got to feel in life. And the most important thing I can tell any young black youth, man, only fuck with those that want to fuck with you. Because, see, people will fuck with you because they got to fuck with you. Don't fuck with them people. People want to fuck with you because they want to fuck with you, nigga. They ain't asking for nothing back. So when you get a girl, you need a girl that's your cheerleader, homie. You need a girl that's going to be like, you number one, nigga. Fuck everybody else. Even my mama. That's what the Bible say. That's what they told the man to do. And cling to his wife. So, if you got a kid, homie, It's good to be that role model in your child's life, but you got to give them the game, homie. And you got to let them know there's certain women just for fucking. That don't mean you got to treat them bad. That's why I love, hey, listen, you can't talk bad about prostitutes. They letting you know exactly what they want, and they ain't trying to beat around the bush. And they going to do the same thing a woman going to do that try to beat around the bush. They going to end up getting you the pussy anyway, but you going to have to pay more. You going to have to wine and dine them. You going to have to buy a bag. You going to have to do all this shit if she one of them type of girls. Because she keep her body up, and she got the European wig on, and it's blowing in the air. And we brainwashed to love it. Look at how these girls' hair flowing in the wind on that picture, man. That's beautiful. That ain't how it's supposed to be. For them, yeah. But not for us. But you won't catch a gal come out the house without her motherfucking head done. She gonna have it wrapped up with a shower cap, nigga. That's attractive. No. Wear your beautiful naps. The marriages and the households were steadier in the 60s when they was wearing naturals. When you could see a girl naps. You could see her natural beauty. So she couldn't hide that shit. Everything was natural. You knew the ugly bitches from the pretty bitches. And then you had the Temptations come out with the song called Beauty Only Skin Deep, man. Because that beauty shit lasts only for a little bit, man. What you gonna do when you get older and your skin starts sagging and shit? You can't pull the niggas no more. Because niggas gonna be fucking bitches till they old and in the grave. I don't give a fuck how old I get. I can pull a bad bitch, man, if I shit, shave, and bathe. And go out on the town, my nigga. Smelling good, feeling good, getting all the good-looking bitches, nigga. If I wanted to, man. I'm a performer, nigga. I go out and perform in Atlanta all the time. It's easy to me, homie. But that ain't the business. That's when I was young. I let the young niggas have them hold now. Now, if a bitch just fall on my lap, well, hey, man, I'm a man. But I got a bitch, man. Shit, I'm chilling. Nigga was on that Wilt Chamberlain shit back when we was young, nigga. Me and my homeboy Quick. Competition, nigga. Who can get the baddest bitch? You know? We ain't like that no more, homie. But a man track record when he young don't affect him like a woman track record when she young. Cause when you get older, your body count is more relevant than my body count, baby. If I fuck 100 bitches and you fuck 100 niggas, it's different. Am I lying or am I crying? I'm about to cry now. Let me fire this up right quick. A man's body count can be 100. I know that's a little to a lot of you guys. Let's say the body count was 100. And for a woman, she got a body count of 100. I know that's a little to some of you girls. It's different. Because even though we can have children, we can't have children. If you understand, man, hit the like button. And women die through childbirth. So if you taking all these chances and fucking all these niggas, okay, let's say you do it with protection. We all know a woman can have a baby and her shit snap back. But guess what? If a man get caught out in public and a whole bunch of bitches that you done fuck came out, your girl gonna be jealous, but she gonna still keep you. But if you out in the public with your girl and it's about 6, 7 niggas that popped out like, damn, what's up, baby? Remember me? Man, you don't want that bitch no more. You gonna want to fight or kill. It's a difference. Because you have to enter a woman. A woman has to submit to have sex. There's no way in the world that a woman cannot submit unless she submits. She's being raped. I hate to use the R word, but that's what it is. If you're not submitting yourself to a man, he's taking it from you. I'm just telling you that's what it is. You have some women out there that hate being so submissive, they go to women because they don't want to be submissive. They want to be dominant. You got a lot of girls that overtalk they niggas. But it's wrong for me to say I don't want no girl to overtalk me. You're a chauvinist. I'll be that. I don't think it's right. Like, if a nigga get in your face and talk shit to you, you can punch him or you can shoot him, right? But if a bitch get in your face and talk shit, what can you do? Oh, you gonna walk away? Okay. You can't turn your back on no nigga. I'm gonna remove myself from the situation. That's what your mama taught you. Man, don't back down. What type of man you is? I regulate shit and run shit in my house. I'm the man. I get the final say so. Right? I don't care if you make more money than me. I protect you when we out in public. Oh, you got your gun? Okay. Everything that a man's supposed to do, women are doing now. Is it by design? Is it by force? Is it by choice? Some by choice. I think it's all by design. And we don't know it. I think they took the good jobs from the men in the 60s, took away the factories and all that, but we can raise a whole family with just one job without my girl working. Man, my granddad had 9 children, man. Granddad ain't have to work. Ain't like that no more, is it? So what you got to teach your children to find their girl at? In school, nigga. But the first thing you tell your daughter or your son, don't be getting the girl pregnant or don't be coming home with no baby. Go train her so she know better. If she always listening to Sexy Red, she gonna fuck. I ain't telling her to deprive her from listening to that shit because it do got a good beat to it. But let her know that everything she's saying is backwards. It ain't fuck my baby daddy, it's I love my baby daddy. Because he gave me the seed of life. Without that seed, I wouldn't get pregnant. I would have to go to a sperm bank where somebody else released their seed out of their penis. You know? Truth and reality must be respected. Look at Clarissa. She got a man, right? Cool. I don't know how she treating a man, but she got one. And bitches are hating, and niggas be hating on them. Ain't that a bitch? I even make jokes. I be like, yo, man, she probably beating that nigga up. It's just a joke because she aggressive. And she beat people up for a living. Something that a man's supposed to do. God bless the dead Muhammad Ali hated the fact that Layla Ali was a boxer. What can you do? The world is changing, man. Is it changing for the better or for the worse? You got to take that up in your household. You see the futuristic movies. There's only a certain few good people in the movies, man. The rest of the world corrupt. Savages. Walking Dead. Without the zombies. Think about it. Why would I want a woman that ain't my cheerleader? Why you think they got cheerleaders on the side in the games? Niggas love that shit, man. We thrive off cheers. That's why the crowd go crazy. We turn up. You hear the UK fight fans, they start singing Sweet Caroline, fine, fine, fine. And it gets you pumped if you're a UK fighter. If you're a black fighter and you motherfucking hear the crowd singing your favorite rap song, you get pumped up. If you hear them screaming your name, you get pumped up. When I walk in the door and I come home from work, I want to hear motherfuckers say, hey, baby, how you doing? I want to see the kids run up to me. Hey, daddy, glad and glad to see me. Not on their cell phone. Still looking at the cell phone. And ain't greeting me and making me feel like a man. I'm the king, nigga. Huh? I ain't never seen the queen get treated better than the king. Yeah, man, everything is backwards. But you got to teach your kids who the prize. Teach your kids who the prize is, man. You the prize, brother. Because God made her for you. He gave her to you. Come on, man. You got the seed of life in your body, and you walking around with it every day. It's up to you who you put that seed in, brother. You want your girl to be chose by the right man. No matter if he black or either a white man. Somebody that's gonna take care of her for the rest of her life. Right? And if you got a boy, you want to teach him to look for a woman that want the same thing. Everybody ain't gonna make it. Look at the NBA draft. Look at the NFL draft. Everybody ain't gonna make it. That don't mean you're a failure. But you gotta strive. You gotta strive, homie. You gotta train. You know how many young phenoms out there? Because they know the brain is a sponge when they're babies. So they soak in everything, man. You don't even know they soaking it in. They soaking it in, brother. If they in a toxic relationship, they soaking it in. They don't understand you. But they soaking it in. They hear all the curse words. They hear you singing and bouncing and dancing and fuck my baby daddy. Hypnosis. If I keep saying hit my like every time I come on the video, eventually you're going to hit my like button. If I never say it, it'll never cross your mind. Especially all the game I gave out, homie. And I'm doing it with a fucking sore mouth, homie. And you know I don't like taking pain pills. I just got my goals took out. Had them motherfuckers over 20 years. Respect my mind. Listen to my playlist. How to be a man in 30 days. That's what you need for your kids, man. You gotta train them, homie. They looking up shit on Google. Because they scared to ask you. Huh? These girls are being raised in America the total opposite of what you want for your son. And you wonder why the marriage ratio is so low. People want unrealistic shit. What's that girl that say, Would you date a bus driver? And she say, only if he own it. I admire her for wanting the best, but no. He might be driving the bus, but in the process, he's an inventor. It's this dude I met, right? He's an inventor. He tried to invent shit and get it patented. You know how much money you can get if you get a great invention out there, man? So you don't know what somebody possesses as far as talent-wise, as long as they're goal-driven, like the young white lady said in the video. Motherfucker can have all the money in the world and be the devil. You can have all the money in the world and be the devil. Look at Diddy. They coming down hard on Diddy. He was the devil. Well, like I said earlier, you get these girls, and that's what they look for. You ain't looking for no boyfriend in school. Fuck school. You want to party, do drugs, hang out at Diddy parties. And you put up with the bullshit because he got the bag. Right? Now you suing, but now it's coming out that you was talking shit and torturing, God bless the dead, Kim Porter. So now people backtracking on how they feel about you, right? When it all could have been prevented if your mother would have trained you to find your husband at school. Go to college. Find you a smart motherfucker that's majoring in something that's got a future for itself. The same thing for your son. Find your girl at school, homie. You pick the smartest, not the baddest. Because women bloom later on in life. Shout out to Belinda. We used to tease her. She was BDB before BDB was born. But now look at her. Stone cold stripper. Body of a goddess. Everybody trying to fuck. Shit crazy, man. But you know, that's all I wanted to say today. I'll probably come back later, do a little boxing talk. Because there's a whole bunch of bullshit going on in boxing. And you know who I'm finna talk about today. Ooh, we got a big fight coming up. Tank versus Frank, baby. I got something real controversial. It ain't about Tank losing, though. So don't worry. You know I ain't no hater anyway, but it's controversial, though. And we'll see you later. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, and get me up to 1 million.